What's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing today? This is Spartacus Bringer Rain coming at you with a toy review on the S.H Figuarts Super Saiyan Gohan. And of course, we're going to look at the packaging first where you can get familiar with the figure. Of course, we have Gohan in a window box display with accessories on the right hand side. Then in the front of the box, you have a picture of Gohan. And on the bottom, you have Dragon Ball Z and then Funimation. Then you have the Funimation sticker. That's how you can tell it's not bootleg. So always check on this sticker. For some reason, the bootleggers cannot make the sticker. I'm not sure why, but that's kind of odd. On the side of the box, you have pictures of Gohan. And then in the back of the box, you have pictures of Gohan. Certain poses you can pose the figure in. On the left-hand side, you have his Kamehameha stance. On the right-hand side, you have his face when he's crying, when he's turning Super Saiyan. On the bottom of that, you have his angry face. On the bottom of that, you have his fighting stance. On the bottom of that, you have Japanese words where I can't understand what it says. On the side of the box, you have Super Saiyan Son Gohan. So let's crack this bad boy up and let's take a look at the figure. Now that we have this figure outside the packaging, my first thoughts about the figure is, it's a good figure to have, especially if you don't have a Gohan in your collection. But I do have minor gripes about the figure. We'll touch on that when we take a look at the figure. But first we'll take a look at the accessories first, and then we'll take a look at Gohan. So these are the accessories that comes with the figure. You get 6 interchangeable hands. You get 4 head sculpts and a Super Saiyan hair. A gripe I have with the action figure is that it didn't come with a Kamehameha effect or a Kai Blast effect or some type of effect that where we can use it when he's battling. And Tamashii Nation used to do that kind of effect for some of their action figures for the Dragon Ball Z line, but for some reason they haven't been doing it lately. I know it would cost at least $10 to $15 extra just to have that kind of effect for their action figure. I would pay that extra money just to get that kind of effect. And another gripe I have with the action figure is that it didn't come with a black hair Gohan. Like, I wish it would have had that, or the Kai effect, or the Kamehameha effect. Anyways, let's get into the accessories. So of course we get 2 Kai Blast hands, nicely sculpted. Nice paint for the skin tone. I do have like a chipping here. I'm not sure what's that about. Then we get 2 Kamehameha hands, nicely sculpted, nice paint variation on them for the skin tone. Nicely done, no paint chipping. I'm mostly going to be using these hands to be posing the action figure in, like he's doing the Kamehameha, so that's a good plus to it. Then we get these 2 relaxed hands, nicely done as well, no paint chipping. So let's move on to the head sculpts. On the left hand side we have the Gohan Kamehameha face. And then in the right hand side you got the Gohan when he's crying and he's about to transform to Super Saiyan 2. Nicely done, no paint splotches or anything. Then we also get this Gohan with his Super Saiyan hair with his relaxed look. Nicely done. I like the shading on the middle of the hair. Not too crazy enough, but good enough for it to pop. No splotches on the face or anything like that. Nicely sculpted in the back as well. Love it. And that's what I like about Tamashii Nations, that they do into detail on some of their figures. Not saying all, but most of the majority of them. Then you also get this last head sculpt. Nicely done. No paint splotches as well. And I like the fact that none of them had that. And now that we took a look at the accessories, let's take a look at the action figure. So let's take a better look at the action figure. I think Tamashii Nations killed it with the action figure. They did a good job on it. This is my favorite Gohan out of all of them. Great Saiyan Man, Super Gohan, and all that. And I like the sculpting of it. Nicely done. I just wish Tamashii Nations did something with their battle damage. Like, I wish Tamashii Nations would have added this kind of effect. I know it's pushing it, but I wish that his arm was battle damaged, like scarring or bleeding. Something that implements that his arm is damaged. Because during the fight with Cell, he covers himself by saving Vegeta, and his arm gets damaged in the process. Like, I wish they would have done something like that, because that's why he had to use the one arm Kamehameha. And I know a lot of people are going to be posing this figure like that. And I don't understand why they had to use this clean look if you're paying $50 to $60 for this type of figure. Especially that it's battle damage. It's a good figure, don't get me wrong, but I wish that it had that kind of effect. But anyways, another gripe I have with the figure, that it has kind of a sloppy paint job on the knees. I know you guys might not notice it, but I can notice it. Like, it's not clean in the knees. Like, there's purple bleeding and the sides of it. It just looks really sloppy, and especially you're paying $50 to $60 for a figure like that. I don't understand why they couldn't do it clean, especially Tamashii Nations is good with that kind of stuff. Also right here too, you don't notice it from far away, but when you go up close you can notice it right away. Nice sculpting on the pants, no complaints about that. Also on the shoes, did nice sculpting on it. Like I said, it's a nice figure, but there's little gripes about the figure that really gets to me. But like I said, this is my favorite Gohan in my collection, so let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. And now to get into articulation of the figure. So his head can move up about this much, can move down all the way down, so that's good. Can rotate side to side, no problem. Can move his hands all the way out, about this much. Has double jointed elbows, so he can bend on his elbows about this much. Has movement on his wrist. Can't move up and down, just a little bit, not too much. See? Has ab crunch. Can move about that much. Move back about that much. As waist articulation, so you can move side to side. Can do the splits about this much. Can kick out about that much as well. Has double jointed knees, so you can bend about this much for a high kick. Has no ankle pivot, so that kind of sucks. It has a little bit, but not too much. And it has toe articulation. Move up, not down. And just for size comparison, we have the Awakened Warrior Super Saiyan Goku from Tamashii Nations on the left hand side. On the right hand side, we have the Marvel Legends Daredevil first appearance. As you notice that the Goku and the Gohan go well with each other. And the anime, that's how they scale together. So that's in good scale. And due to the fact that Gohan, this is his teen years. So let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. This is a nice figure to have in your Dragon Ball Z collection. I understand I do have my small little gripes with the figure, but I'm happy to have this in my collection, especially I don't have a Gohan, and this is my favorite Gohan out of the anime series. You do have an alternative to get another Gohan, the first release Gohan, but I wouldn't suggest it because the price point of it is kind of high. And through time, with the first release, the legs get flimsy and get loose really quick. And I don't like my figures getting loose, and especially if I'm paying a high price point for my figures. Hope you liked this review. If you could please like, comment, and subscribe for more content coming your way. And as always, have a good one.